Capricorn. This is Mary Elizabeth with Sacred Love Tarot, and this is your October 2023 general energy forecast. Thank you so very much for turning up and tuning in, for liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification button, and sharing. It is 1:11 on my clock at the moment. So I kind of feel like for you, October is all about new beginnings, releasing the old, standing in a place of stability and balance, also having important conversations with other people, and being very secure about where you stand in those conversations. That indecision card just wanted to pop out of there. So perhaps maybe the conversations that you're having in the month of October are very indecisive, right? You're very indecisive about what direction you go. I am a Capricorn moon, and when it comes to making huge decisions, I am very indecisive about that. So we shall see what we have here. All right, so the first card that came out is walking away. The second card that came out is all tied up. And the third card that came out is the thinking man. So this is kind of what I feel like. I feel like that you are having a really hard time in regards to making a decision about walking away from things that no longer serve its purpose. And we have the thinking man here. So I kind of feel like this is walking away from a relationship. Perhaps maybe even a past relationship. Perhaps maybe this breakup happened a while ago and you can't really seem to move on or move past. So walking away and cutting cords here brings about a time of stability and balance. It also takes you out of a place of complacency and comfortability too, right? So it's time to start making a decision on what no longer works in your life, Capricorn. This thinking man, someone who is very smart, someone who is very spiritual, but is it someone who is conducive to your happiness in your life? Is it someone that offers you something in return? Or is it someone you're wasting a lot of head space on and a lot of heart space on? Is it someone that you're wasting a lot of time thinking about and having a continuation of having feelings for? Is this someone that you have a past with that you just can't seem to move on from? Or is this someone who you recently broke up with and you're having a hard time moving past? And this is the decision that you're indecisive about. What do I do and how do I do it? The walking away card is really, really important when we talk about coming into time of transition and transformations, because unless you're ready to walk away and grow from what no longer serves you, then you're kind of constantly be stuck in this pattern, right? And we don't want to be stuck in patterns, especially patterns that don't work for us. So it's about time that you cut cords, you come into a place of stability and balance, and you start to grow. And it's time. It's time. Whether it's saying goodbye in a public way, face to face, whether it's cutting off all communication, or whether it's, sending some sort of a goodbye note and burning it up into, writing a note and burning it and letting the ashes kind of disperse and burying them, or whatever it is that you do, whatever your ritual is to let go. But there is a need to walk away here, and there is a undecisiveness on how to do that. So let's see. So there is the Two of Swords, and that is, again, that's not being distracted. That's keeping your eyes focused, keeping your eyes on the prize, just being there and not getting distracted by anything, right? The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is a relationship or a partnership that wears their heart on their sleeve, and they're really about making all of these promises and hopes and dreams and promises, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I want to give you. And it's all about that. And it's kind of a form of distraction, because if you're trying to break up with someone or part ways with someone and they continue offering you all of these things, it's a distraction to keep you from walking away. So it's constantly going to keep you on the fence about what it is that you should be doing. So what it is that you should be doing is keeping focused on releasing and walking away from things that aren't serving their purpose in your life. Cutting cords, coming into a place of stability and balance and growing. And don't let these relationships distract you from that. There's also the potential for new growth, new prosperity, and abundance. Don't get distracted from that either. And then we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant talks about coming into a time of stability and balance as well. But it also talks about not being in the position of doing anything drastic, right? Don't color outside of the box or think outside of the box. Don't do anything that is any more detrimental to your growth. There's a decision that you have to make here, and you're being guided to stay focused and not get distracted by this, whomever this person is who's trying to distract you with more of their inability to give you what it is that they're offering. Whatever it is that you're going to do in the month of October, you're going to be doing this yourself. You're coming into a time of prosperity on your own. You don't need anyone to do that for you. You don't need a savior. You don't need a hero. You don't need someone with empty promises. So being focused. And again, the Hierophant is connecting with your divine self as well, staying balanced and not doing anything drastic. You could also be breaking, with the Hierophant, you could also be breaking, what is it called? Family curses, or breaking, ancestral ties, or breaking past life contracts, things like that. That could also be happening for you with the Hierophant in the month of October. And again, we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, spirit bringing you in a time of abundance and prosperity and growth. And the Knight of Pentacles says it's going to take a few more minutes here, and the reason why it's going to take a few more minutes here to manifest this is because you haven't been able to let go of this, right? You haven't been able to let go of that relationship. You haven't been able to let go of that person who offers all of these promises and haven't been able to deliver, right? You have the tools and everything that you need to create what it is that you desire to create on your own. You don't need someone coming to your rescue. You don't need someone offering you empty promises. Stay strong and stay focused. Look, here you are. Okay, so this is interesting here. So here you are upon your throne of crystals. You have a sword in one hand and a pen in the other, or a quill in the other. So you know exactly what you need to do and exactly where you want to go and exactly where you want to be. But there are, it's either a confrontation with other people or indecisiveness within yourself that keeps you kind of, it's like on this kind of balancing beam, right? And instead of going forward, you can either, there's this kind of tilty thing that I'm seeing, so you can go either way. You can step back into old patterns and old ways, or you cannot get distracted by the words or the promises of someone else and just keep going. And there seems to be this passion and this energy there, and it's almost like you're in competition with yourself. There's you, the one who knows, I don't need anybody to save me. I don't need anybody to come and promise me anything. I don't need anybody to come in on their white horse and promise me this, that, and the third, and make all of these empty promises and keep me hanging on while I wait for them. And then there's this other part of you that says, yeah, I do, because it's romantic. And someone coming in on their white horse to kind of save the day and offering you all of these promises and offering you what you've always dreamed of, be it a wonderful romantical storybook relationship or the beautiful house or whatever. So you can keep on waiting for this person to continue to live up to their promises or the expectations that you hold them at. Or you can keep focused on what you need to do for you, what you need to do for you. If you want that house, ain't nobody going to get it for you but you. If you want that piece of property, no one's going to get it for you but you. If you want that car, ain't nobody going to get it for you but you, right? You're holding on to a wing and a prayer here. You're holding on to hopes and dreams that someone has been fueling you with for a while, and it's time to wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Okay, yeah. You can do this all by yourself. You've got this. You've already done things all by yourself. You've already achieved things all by yourself. You've already made money, not the money that you need, but you've already made money. You've already proved to yourself that you're able to achieve this. You're taking care of, you're nurturing what you're growing. You've already proved to yourself that you can do it. You've already proved to yourself that you're spiritual enough, strong enough, and capable enough of creating this for yourself. So why the conflict here within self? You need to step into your courage and your strength and really start using the magic within yourself to control the narrative here. Or there's always going to be someone, you're always going to be dependent on someone if you don't become self-reliant and self-dependent. And it's almost as if you've been self-reliant your whole life, waiting for that one person to come around to offer all of this to you, whatever this is, and being disappointed when they're unable to deliver, right? But right now it's time for you to step into your own. Now it's time for you to be your own boss. Now it's time for you to be the person who is capable of manifesting your wants and dreams and desires by yourself, because it's been proven over your lifetime that no one is going to do this for you. No one is going to do this for you. So if you want to have a wonderful love affair, have a wonderful love affair. If you want to have a great relationship, have a great relationship. If he's good to you, or if she's good to you, or if they're good to you, then that's wonderful and great. But stop depending on them to create what you want, because it's not going to happen. Going to take a little patience on your part, but so there is this call to make the decision. I'm not saying walk away from the relationship, but I'm saying cut the cords of being dependent on whatever this other person has promised you. Cut those cords, chop, chop. Then you'll start growing. Then you'll start being able to do things for yourself, seeing your value, seeing that you're capable of manifesting your wants, needs, dreams, and desires, that you're able to control the narrative. You're no longer needing someone else to do that, right? And the Hierophant here is saying, don't. Now, here's the thing. Don't go do something drastic here, right? Now's not the time for that. If there are things that need to be done prior to you buying that house or buying that car or creating this life of self-sufficiency, do that, right? Don't go doing anything drastic. Don't go taking out crazy loans, and don't go doing anything extreme. If the relationship is a healthy, beautiful relationship, and if it's a loving relationship, I got 1, 2, 3 on my clock at the moment. Things happening in sequence. I'm not saying break up with the person. I'm just saying that perhaps maybe when you got into a relationship with this person, they offered you the moon and stars, and they haven't been able to give you that yet. And now you're on the fence if you should believe them or not. Here's the thing. It is time for you to become self-sufficient. It is time for you to take responsibility of your own life. If he comes through later on, that's great. If they come through later on, that's great. But it's time for you to step up to the plate and do what you need to do for you, and stop beating yourself up about the whole trusting part. You know, people have a tendency of showing us what they want us to believe. And sometimes all of the masks and the curtain gets pulled apart eventually, and then we see what we're really working with. And I'm sure that they meant well. I mean, the Knight of Cups is coming from the heart. It's coming from a place of love. So don't knock them on that, because they do love you. They are just not going to be able to give you what you want. And if you are capable of creating this dream, then step in and do what you got to do to create this dream. And let me tell you, they won't be mad at you for it. You know, they won't be angry at you for it. They'll see that wonderful independence within you, and I think maybe they'll love you even more. So I'm not saying walk away from the relationship and break up, especially if it's a wonderful one. I'm talking about walking away from the ideal that this person is going to give you all of your hopes, needs, dreams, and desires. You got to cut that cord, and you got to start doing what you need to do for you. All right, psychic abilities. You are psychic. You have abilities to be able to see what spirit is offering you here, or you're able to feel what spirit is saying here. You're through your intuition or your psychic abilities, or your ability of sight, your ability of feeling. You're able to recognize the truth here if you allow yourself to see. This is about making the commitment to be self-sufficient, making the commitment to do what you need to do for you, making the commitment to build, to start building for your future, regardless if this stays a couple or a partnership or not. This is about building for you, building for your future, right? Making the moves and the steps to create what you desire to create, that dream that you have, that dream that you've always had. I mean, if it's a beautiful house in the countryside with a white picket fence and 2 dogs and a witchy poo room detached from the house, with a beautiful kitchen with I don't know, I mean, whatever it is. If it's an old run-down shack in the middle of nowhere, if that's your dream, whatever your dream is, this is about you being open enough and strong enough and courageous enough to make it happen without the promises, or without waiting for somebody else to come along and to make it happen for you. This is about being self-sufficient, using your psychic abilities to become self-sufficient, making a commitment to do this on your own, finding your tribe, finding your people, finding people who you resonate with, finding people who are there to help you. I want to say there to help you build up who you are, build up those psychic abilities, build up that courage, build up that strength, build up that wherewithal to do what you need to do for you. All right. Evolution. Change me, divine beloved, into one who knows we can evolve and be open at any age. Let me welcome change in uplifting and surprising ways. Allow me to trust the process, diving even deeper into your love. So welcome this change, right? And some of us think that, okay, so we're too old for this nonsense now. We're too old to step into our psychic abilities, or we're too old to create this wonderful dream for ourselves. No. Take age out of the equation. Take it out. Take it out. Emotions. I release strong emotions. Change me, divine beloved, into one who can easily access all my feelings. Let me bless and release anger, resentment, or bitterness. May I release any emotions that block happiness and contentment. So this is where you're getting the anger and the bitterness and the frustrations from, because somebody made a promise to you, and you stood there, you accepted that promise, and you waited for this to come to fruition, and now you're busting your own balls going, I should have done something, I should have done something, I should have done something. Well, it's not too late, and here you are, and now here is your message. Do something. Do something. Do something here. A new set of people are coming into your life. You're evolving into something more. And you don't need anybody else to do that for you. As I said, if you want to share this evolution opportunity, if you want to share this change with whomever this person is, by all means, please do. Again, I'm stressing this. I'm not saying break up with the person, because when they made these promises, they had every intention of. But if it doesn't seem like they're able to fulfill these promises, then the time has come to no longer wait around for that, right? Cut that cord, cut that promise cord. Don't no longer hold them to the responsibility of making you happy. No longer hold them to the responsibility of fulfilling your dreams and desires. No longer hold them to the responsibility of making your dreams come true. Cut those cords and stop being confused about it. Here, let me clear up the confusion. They are not going to make it happen. This is up to you. Good luck. Know that you're divinely guided and loved. And talk soon.